Today we've got an interesting car, the 1970 Honda N600 by Hot Wheels. Debut series, Hot Wheels J Imports, produced from 2021 to the present. Designer, Rui Asada. The original SKU number is going to be GRX33. All of that comes from Fandom. From the back of the 2021 card, it says on Fandom, born 1970, Taipei, Taiwan. Designer, Honda. The small, two-door N600 sedan had an all-alloy 600cc engine, giving it a top speed of 81 miles per hour. The N600 holds a distinctive place in the history of the Honda Motor Company, as it became the first Honda automobile to be officially exported to the United States. The Fandom description reads as follows. The Honda N600 is an enlarged version of the Honda N360, a small front-wheel drive city car made to be compliant with Japan's K-car regulations. The N600 was targeted at export markets where their motorways demanded higher top speeds. The N600 is also notable as being the first Honda car to be assembled outside of Japan, along with the Honda TN360 pickup truck. Production ended in 1972. This casting depicts a highly modified N600 intended for racing. This casting was designed by Rui Asada with the assistance from Tom Mings of Merciless Mings, a restoration shop specializing in Honda's N and Z cars. This may have stemmed back from an inside joke where Mings cyberbullied him by posting a comment hounding the Hot Wheels design team for an N600 model every time a new casting was shown on the website Japanese Nostalgia Car. This was one of Rui's last projects before his passing. Okay, let's talk about this car and see if I can do it justice. Starting on the left side and moving to the right as always. First thing you see is the turn signal tail lights there. They're not painted. That's okay. A lot of other stuff going on in this car, and it is a mainline. You see the vent there. Now, the tempo is not done very well. I'm going to zoom in here and show you this, but it looks like the stripe, the yellow stripe, is supposed to be applied first, and then what looks like a layer of silver paint is laid on top of that, and the silver paint has totally missed this vent. This is a vent in the car, and it's just not done very well. If you look at the door handle, you see the same issue on the door handle. Now, the car has clear windows in it, or lightly tinted windows. Kind of hard to say. I think they're clear. Clear windows. It has micro 5-spoke wheels on it. Got the big fender flares for racing purposes. Got the arrow. Gotta have the arrow. Love the teal color with the sparkles of silver in it. Looks great on this car. Got the big Hot Wheels swoosh on the rear quarter panel going onto the door there. Got the 56th anniversary there on the car. If you look at the lower right quarter panel, you see that it's got the word Honda on there via tampo. Looks very nice, very well done. You can also see that the bumper is gold on this particular car. Love it. Looks fantastic on this car, as well as those micro 5-spokes being in the same color gold. Coming on over to the door, you see the door handle there as discussed earlier. Tempo a little messed up on that. Another thing that's messed up about the door handle is the door handle on these cars was a push button type. So you put your hand in the handle and push the button. But that's obviously something difficult for Hot Wheels to do, so they have stuck with I don't know what you call the door handles, but these are not the right door handles. The passenger side and the driver's side windows are open. We do have a quarter panel window there in, once again, clear glass. Looks nice, done very well. Car is a left-hand drive car. It is got a black interior. Now this is a 4-seat car, so it's got a couple of bucket seats up front, kind of sporty, those bucket seats, and then got the rear seats all in black. Coming on up towards the front, we've got that black racing stripe. I forgot to mention the yellow racing stripe there, but you can see it there. All of these teal and gold, pearl and chrome. I don't know what you call this 56th anniversary set. No one seems to know, other than the retailers have it as pearl and chrome, which makes no sense at all. But I'm calling it teal and gold. Got the racing stripes, got the big fender flare, as I mentioned before. The front wheels are the same size as the rear wheels. Little micro wheels. They're really tiny Hot Wheels wheels. You've got the turn signal up there, driving light, cornering light, whatever you call it. On the front, it is painted. It is painted. No mirror on this car on this side. Now, there is a mirror on the left side, which we'll see in a few minutes. But if you look at the sales brochure, I looked it up on Google, and it did show a left-hand side mirror and no right-hand side mirror. Very interesting. So Hot Wheels got that one right. They may have missed the door handle, but they got the mirrors correct. Front's got no tempo work. You could get your acrylic paint out, you get your Sharpie out and paint this thing up, and it look really great. Now, it does have that front spoiler, front chin on there, front bumper all in gold. I think it looks great, but it needs some more tempo. That grille needs to be painted silver. Those headlights need to be silver. Those fog lamps, if they're fog lamps, need to be silver. It would look fantastic. The hood does have a raised area there for the air filter, as well as a couple of air vents there up near the windshield, as most cars do. Left side of the vehicle, you see that the door mirror is there on that side, just as predicted earlier. You'll find the tempo is done correctly in this particular case. You'll also find that there is a gas fill lid on this particular side. You'll also find up the top there is a antenna mount point. Now, I looked hard on Google image search for a car that had an antenna mount up there, and I found very few that actually had one. But I did find one, so that is an antenna mount up there. Rear of the vehicle, once again, no tempo. None at all. You're looking at tailgate back there, where you can open up, throw your stuff in the trunk. Got a place for a license plate. Got a couple of hinges on that tailgate. As I've noted before, you got your turn signals, your brake lights, you've got your clear rear window. Then looking down at the bumper of this car, we do see there's an exhaust pipe there. I like that. That's a good touch. Another thing that I just noticed is the car has what I suspect is a place to open the trunk lid underneath the license plate area. Looks like it probably where you put your key in at, or maybe a button there. Then we see immediately under the bumper, towards each end of the bumper, inboard of the wheels, a couple of points there. And those points are actually the leaf springs. They're the ends of the leaf springs, the mount points for the leaf springs. This car was so short that the leaf springs extended up and underneath the bumpers of the car. Hot Wheels really knocked it out of the park on this one in terms of putting the leaf springs underneath the bumper. Flipping the car over on its side to get the plan view, you can see the antenna mount location. Once again, you don't see that very often on a Hot Wheels. You can see that the car has windshield wipers, or I hope you can see it on this photo. If not, I'll show you another photo. Then we've got the air vents there on the hood, and we've got that hood scoop, that location for the engine to stick up a little bit into the hood there. Very nicely done. I like it. It's a nice car. Flipping it over onto its side again, and you'll find there is an exhaust that is modeled in this car. There is suspension modeled. There is the name of the car, Custom 70 Honda N600, made in Malaysia. And you got your copyright 2020 material there, and you've got your SKU, which is incredibly hard to read over there on where the muffler might have normally have been, or it's right behind the axle on this particular car. Overall, it's a really nice car. I like it a lot. I like the little mag wheels on it. I like the amount of detail that's on this car. There's a lot of detail on this particular car. Rue did a really good job on this car. What this car really needs is a bunch of front and rear tempo, and you can make a premium car out of this car very easily. Great car, great presentation by Hot Wheels, great implementation by Rue. I like the entire package. Would just love to see it in a little bit more premium line. Hope you enjoyed the review. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.